Boom. Where's my Wacom pen? There it is. Did I already lose it? Jeez, I was gone for like 2 minutes. Alright, we got Tom here with his little update. Flat rocks and ruins. Oh yeah, man. Those are really adding some shape. Some shape to your scene. Let's see here. Whoa, super zoom. So, the rocks, faceted wise, like hard edges and stuff, looks really good. It's pretty awesome. Like, cause it's breaking up your scene quite a bit, which is really good. The where it's getting me right now is the albedo. It just looks like a bunch of oh man, you're gonna hate me. It looks like a bunch of raw steaks just laid out there, ready for the grilling. Can't lie, I'm a little hungry now. In general, though, I think your atmosphere is looking pretty good. Yeah, dude, it looks like there's some nice marbling on that, right? Wait, what's that green stuff growing on it? Oh no, no. But yeah, let's start up here, and so it looks like this is cool. You've got the you've got this stuff spewing out now, which is cool. What, are they like cleaning the air? Do you know what they're doing? That'd be really interesting to know what they're doing. So they got this stuff is being sprayed out. What if it's pee? Oh God, what if it's pee? Like everyone that goes to the bathroom in these towers, like it just sprays that at the top. Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Oh, it's terrible. Are they sucking in clouds? It's definitely pee. No, it's I don't know why they would suck clouds in. I can see what you're saying about the idea is that they were sucking in the clouds. That's so interesting because, like, I think what you'd want to do is make clouds and then let nature solve the rest for you. Because if you make clouds, it's just going to rain all day. All day, every day. Clouded rain. Clouded rain. Yeah. I mean, the ruins are looking pretty cool. I can tell they're still kind of being blocked out and stuff. Anti-smog towers? I mean, yeah, it's like cleaning the air. That's what I'm feeling. That's what I feel. So I'm just going to zoom in, keep zooming in here a little bit. So your atmosphere right now is very, like, one-toned or gray. I think, like, some height fog would be nice, where essentially you get a gradient of colors as it goes. And then breaking this stuff up. So, like, I guess the plants down here need, like, lighting to wrap around them. Like, you need to volumize the normals of your foliage down here. That way it kind of feels more like clumps of foliage. So you can depict volumes, right? Like this guy right here is a shape, so maybe it should be lit from this side or this side. It looks like it's going to be from up here. And then scattering this a bit more so that maybe there's gaps in here. Maybe some little hints at, like, old dried out road areas. Just something so that it's not just a giant blanket. It's coming along, man. This is a big scene to be working on, like, scale wise. This part sticks out to me. So it's fine that this sticks out here, but it's very strange that you have such a large shape going into such a small connection. Like, that feels like it should be bigger, and maybe, like, maybe that should taper in like that into the rest of the leg or something, or you can just take the easy way out and just take this whole thing and shrink it down a little bit in diameter. That way it just looks more plausible for what it's fitting into. I do like what it does for the silhouette though. Like that's awesome. Really helps break up like these straight edges that would normally just be like a straight edge. For the water, I would look at, it looks like you have some type of edge interaction where it's lighter along the edges. If you could emphasize that a bit more, that would be really helpful for selling these shapes. Because see, then you can put more little rocks here. Maybe one sticking out from the edge. That way it's just not this hard edge. You can have like one like that, and then because of those breakups, then you get more play along the edge here. It's cool though. This is looking really cool. I'd put maybe some more green around these just because they're a good grounding point, and you can use the plants to kind of cover up the transition. Put a tree there or something. Actually, I wonder if we can... If you could get some more green trail off into the red, that would be pretty cool. And then the same with a red. Like, let's see if we can... I don't really have any dirt to be able to... Just little hits of red in there would be really nice. Yeah, I think that could help a lot. And then I think if you were to just take the... What are you doing? Painting with an image as a brush? No, so I'm just I'm clone stamping, but I'm using like if I need this building, I can just put it right there, and then the brush is just kind of like spray. I don't know how to. It's very scattered, so I can just kind of do that and then erase where I need to not have the. It's really helpful. But yeah, But do you see what that's done for the scene? Just some more breakup to kind of give some rhyme and reason to like where the plants and stuff grow. In general, this is pretty cool though. I'm really liking where this is going. Yeah, it's tough to sell like Vista shots because to get that scale, it's a pain in the ass, man. these walls look really low poly right now. I think if there was something explaining the what is going on with my computer. It's like, come on. Oh, the link has expired? You kid me. You kid me. Okay, give me 2 seconds. That needs to be fixed immediately. Where you at, invites? I should not have expired. It says infinite. I don't know, can someone double check that for me? So I'll just keep going on this stuff. Alright, where are we at here? He's saying the link on the website, the DiNustyEmpire.com, the link to get into the Discord is expired. Mine says that it's infinite, so it shouldn't expire, and there's only one. Hey! Let's see here. Alright, let's onward. AR-15 for cold comfort. So you'll hear me say this rather often. I'm not a weapons person, so I'm pretty shit at knowing. Ah. You're able to see it live this time. Yeah, that's good. I should stream more on weekends. So material wise, I would say this looks pretty good. This imprint is very like tight edged. Having that inset be a little wider. I love the middle finger and the peace symbol on the little safety switch. I love this too, by the way. The way the clip is entering, though, I think it would be nice if it entered in more at like an angle, like it curved up and in. Especially if it curved up and in, and then you see it stop and then go in just a little bit more. That's like locked in, and then maybe like the. Oh, you did it! I was like, maybe if that pulled back, it's like, oh, okay, there's one in the chamber. Guys, the ghosts are gonna kill us. In general, this looks pretty good. I would say your things are pretty shiny right now. I love the amount of breakup that's occurring in it, and I know the resolution's pretty low because you're not pro. But even in these ones, it looks all right here. This maybe is a little too shiny. Like this needs to look more like a plastic, I think. A plastic polymer. This looks nice right here. That's dope. This looks really good right here as well. The clip feels a little rigid, like geometric. I know it is in real life, but maybe if like lighting was able to wrap around these edges a bit more. That's right, I just found another way to tell you to bevel something. the lighting could just wrap around the edge just a little bit more. The text in here, this one feels a little strangely spaced. Like the gap between the Titan and Security and the gap between Security and Perfected. They feel different to me. I'm sure, I mean, Muffin hard surface is geometric, but it has to look nice in game. I don't know, like there's things that you can make in real life. Like, things from real life you'll make in game, and you need to exaggerate the shapes in order to get it to look right. Or else it feels artificial for some reason. Even a razor blade has a bevel. It's like I don't shave every day, but when I do, I shave with bevel. Yeah. Oh, this angle is great too. It's good to have this as like when you have a gun in your library to show your portfolio to show it in the angle of like an FPS. It's pretty cool. And to that degree, I feel like there should be more character on the weapon, like around somewhere in here, some types of details or characteristics that make it not just realistic, but like more personalized, because players are all about like user customization and vanity and buying things they can put on their weapons in FPS to, you know, differentiate themselves from everyone else, even though no one else can really see it. You can't join the Discord. That's really weird, man. Let's see who is around. Fashion Souls. Yeah. Pretty sick, though. Well done so far. Diego. Oh, man. Very productive week. Indeed, it looks like it has been. This looks pretty dope. Let's, can we find a way to... eyeball. Out of the box look? Yeah, I'm down. I'm down. This looks great. I feel like so there's dirt elements or dirtiness, I think, that's occurring along this, that's transitioning into this soil. And I think right now it doesn't really, like, I think there's metal properties in it. Like, you need to remove the metalness from the sand that's on these outshoots. I don't know what to call those. These pipes are looking, these tubes are pretty cool. It's like these pipes though. Where these little edges are, I would see if you can change the thickness or something, just so you get some shape difference along these tubes. Man, this is looking pretty cool. Are these guys imposed in there? That's so awesome. They're like, they have no shadows. Fixed. Wait a minute, those guys are in shadow. Yeah, I think getting some more contrast in the material itself on these tubes will help. So you've got the dirt on top, so that's one roughness value. Then you've got the tubes have a different roughness value to them. That you can get a lot of nice play from that. And right now the tubes are really diffused, like it's more of like a rubber, which I guess makes sense. I think pushing your emissives to bloom a little bit more could be nice. This is really interesting how dirty that is. I think toning it down just a little bit, but getting that kind of throughout all the materials could be pretty cool. Some dirtiness. What's going on in chat here? The sign in the back is missing some shadows. Yeah, I think there's a couple things back there missing shadows. I didn't even look back there yet. I think scattering out the buildings, so there's maybe like 1 or 2 out here. Just split those up just a little bit and you'd be good. Oh man, they all lead somewhere. That's crazy. So as far as how high this is off the ground, it feels like you're forcing that, whereas it could be like it could just hug the ground closer. This spot looks awesome. So these little rocks and stuff that are down here, I'd definitely scatter them on some of the steps and stuff. And get some dirt in the little like crevices here on the steps. This is really coming along though. It's looking good. And yeah, pay attention to where your shadows are at. There's a weird like dark edge here on the horizon line, or on this hill. I don't know what that is. Yeah, it's very HR Geiger. It's pretty cool. This material right now is, I don't feel like is successful yet, but I see where it's going, and I think it'll get there. Are you gonna apply those in here as well, like between some of these? It's pretty interesting. In general, I think it's made some great progress though. These feel really thin to me. Very like low poly. I love how you're getting the little highlight. Like, are you placing a light really close to that? Well, that is super weird. Impala, can you direct message me on Twitch? I'll take care of that for you. Oh, that's interesting. It's like the clouds back there. That's cool. I think it's looking pretty good. I really like this top piece here. It's cool. All right, gotta move along. But some shape difference in the tubing and some roughness variation would be really nice. The difference between the sand and the rubber or whatever that material is, and then pushing the emissives a little bit more. I mean, that might be more polished stuff with the emissives. This looks cool. Single window of ultra depressing. You're like, oh, this is the life I live. Meh. Meh. Let's see here. Okay, so I guess what I would say is the interaction that's happening here is a little strong. Like, it doesn't even need to be that strong, and I think you could get away with it. I know it's got to be that strong so that your windows push in, but that just means that the range inside of there needs to be narrowed in the height map. The other thing I would suggest is figuring out how these windows work. Are they just viewports, or do they have like a Are they supposed to be openable? It's even just a divider line somewhere in the glass would help, like, sell, because it's really strange that it's just one piece of glass. But it's pretty cool nonetheless. And then I think you had another one, right? Yeah, so this is a single window. See, in the double windows, it's a little bit more acceptable that it's like that. But in this one, the windows are so big that... Oh, that's really weird. Okay, so you've got a double window and the curtain, the, like, blinds. But in this one, you've got a single window, but the blinds have scaled with them. I think keeping the blind size the same size as the other one, this is a substance, will help depict, like, a single windows. Whoops. Yeah, because this is just like you change the tiling. That's the only difference between them, right? In general, though, it's pretty cool. I would see if you can chip these edges a little bit, or wear them a little bit down. Sergey. Oh, man. So the vehicles are turning out pretty nice. This looks really good as well. It's not, like, popping out too much. Oh, nice. And you solved the, like, pushing it back there, even though it feels like it's up close. It feels like it needs more atmosphere in front of it right here in order to, like, stay back. Because right now it feels like this needs to be closer to you, but it's actually on the other side of the street. Around here, it feels like it's in a different... Like, if you were to freeze the shot and then move to the side, the pillar would literally be, like, leaning towards you, because this has less atmosphere in front of it. Let's see here. In general, this looks pretty good. There's a lot of stuff that could be solved, like the roads. The roads could have varying depths of wetness, and you can depict that through the way that the normal is disturbed. It's like the puddles could have a smoother surface, and then have, but still reflective, but then have, like, the droplets that are hitting it from the rain. And then the areas where it's just wet concrete, then you just use the noise of the concrete normal. It's like you're getting a little bit of it right here. God, I hate that. I need to talk to the Artstation peeps about that. It bugs me when I'm critiquing this work and, like, they get the big giant arrow here. Like, it should be out here. You're going into the image. It's killing me. What if I want to point at something over here? Oh, I really like this. A little piece of paper on the ground. So where it's breaking down a bit is this building here feels really flat in its details, even though they are modeled. Like, pushing those depths would really help. Like, just taking those windows and pushing them inward would work wonders. And then having maybe some roughness variation on the metals that are up here versus the rest of the scene. The rest of the scene is pretty muted except for the road as far as roughness is concerned. So I think if you can bring back some of the reflective surfaces up here to show, like, these, like, neons reflecting on stuff would be really nice. These feel really dim as well. I think, so in Sweden they're pretty hardcore about their window privacy, so they put up these, like, screen decals that cover up the window. And you just, like, you wet the glass and you paste it across. I think if you did that along this and then maybe cut, like, some patterns in it, that would look pretty cool. Like, and then you could use that as, like, to diffuse an image from the other side. You could even fake people behind it after you do that. Wait, what? Impala's only listening and then gets caught by, like, They frost the windows? No. Well, I mean, kind of. They frost the windows. They have like frost decals that they streak over glass. So like the bottom half of windows you usually can't see through, especially on ground floor. What do you mean, Leolech? Awesome. Oh yeah, these look pretty cool. Man, make sure to show those off. So this one looks better. Why does that look better? I think there's more atmosphere in that one. Like, do you have like a height fog going on too? So like down here it's more foggy and then it lessens as it goes up. I like the sign updates. Yeah, I mean, it does look, overall it does look better. The changes up here look really good. Oh man, this is so much more interesting to break down. This was a good call here, this breakup here. The road looks better for sure. Yeah, I like the signage is stronger. That's interesting. I don't know what's going on up there. Now with lunch. Noon improved. Cool. Okay, I'll move on, but in general this is looking pretty solid. Especially the side streets. That stuff's cool. It is still feeling really low poly or geometric. Just adding extra cuts and bevels and kind of bending and tweaking edges a little bit will get you away from that. And then these tubes, I don't know if this is seeking human kindness. Whoa, that's dark. These pipes are really low res. It might be because you're using a spline in Unreal. Definitely either add more geometry to that through the spline tool or just make it geometry and get those nice and smooth. And then think about like how quickly they go down and then out instead of like curving out into the street so much. The stuff on the sidewalk is nice. And then these cans, these little details, dude, more. Double that up everywhere. It'll work wonders for your scene. All right, so I didn't know, so this was reworked. Game ready, anti-tank grenade, optimized and retextured. So in general, this looks, I mean, the wood material looks much nicer. I don't know if that got updated, but like the grain, like you can see a difference in the roughness. It's pretty cool. Wire looks nice. These look really good. I think where the wire is meeting the grenades, it would be really interesting to see like some scraping around where it catches onto the grenade a bit. That'd be cool. Looks dope though. Resolution geo-wise for what it is, I mean they're supposed to be round, so this looks pretty good. I see you were able to change the count of how many sides it has. Yeah, cool. Solid. Looks great. Looks great. Aha. Grupp, you would be surprised at where I will place cups and plates down when I haven't washed them yet. They somehow always end up like not centered on anything and just a little off to the side. And there's never usually a cup that's by itself. It always has like one or two more with it. Yeah, solid. Solid. This looks cool. Nicely done. .360p and the stream stops from time to time. That's really weird. I have no dropped frames. So I have no idea what that means. Homer Taco, I hope you're doing okay. Do you think I need a wireframe shot if I'm going to include a 3D viewer? I think so, just because everyone who's anyone might not have might not click the 3D viewer. They might be in a hurry. So you've got 1, 2 renders. So I don't think you actually need this render because of this render. These two could actually be next to each other, and then you could probably just keep that material on it and then make the wire dark. So it's easier on the eyes. And then this is a good one because this is kind of like the angle that you would see it in an FPS. I leave the 3D viewer. I feel like you might not need it, but yeah, it's okay. So I'd remove this image and then merge this one next to this one, so it's a single image, so there's less scrolling, and then make the wireframe black, and then use this as the material on the wireframe mesh. That way it's not fighting with the material, and you can just focus on like the wireframe. Iceberg. Feels cold. Depth-wise, might be a little harsh on the height map. That's a good point, Freezy. Think about the people on mobile as well. I don't have too much to say on this. I think just scale the height map back a little bit. And then I think I need to see it on something. Like it needs to be on an iceberg in the water. Looks cool though. The subsurface looks pretty nice, and the little micro details you have in the normal look really good. So like the way the light hits it is pretty convincing. Oh, look at this. Man, this Sketchfab's viewer is getting nice. You should look at maybe using that and see how that goes. This is pretty cool. I would say that the resolution of this is pretty low, but I don't think anyone's going to get that. Like, while people will get that close, I don't see why they would. If this is supposed to close and you're supposed to see through that, I would try and make this see-through. I'm not sure if that's how it works, though. So I think those are supposed to be stars, right? Dude, man, what's up? How you doing? How you doing? Sketchfab is free. Hot chat. Oh! I don't have anything really to say on this. I think if this is supposed to be metal, I would look into making that look more like metal. Right now it looks like white paint on metal that doesn't have the proper reflective values. Like the metallic and its roughness doesn't feel right. And the albedo seems a bit bright for where the metal is. This is pretty cool though to see that glancing angle. Is that... I'm like, is that modeled? What's happening here? Adding a little bit more depth to these guys would be good. And then I need the screws. I need to see how this is put together. See, like you've got the hinge here. I think the hinge shouldn't even be, unless this is cut in, but you need to have like all the pieces there. Like this is good that you've explained that these slide down and are attached to this. Oh, that was Ricky's grenade? Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, I just passed it. Because, like, at this harsh angle, like, you wish that there were some more depth to the screws. Give the man some screws. It's pretty cool, though. Dirtying this up would be nice. And then it looks like geo-wise, this, you could double that. Don't even worry about the poly count of that thing. Pretty cool. Oh, snap. This looks awesome. These angles are really interesting. There's like, this one's the strongest mainly because there's a focal point here. Where it's breaking down right now, I think, is the scale and the composition and where it leads your eye. The scale of the grass seems super large, and there's no like variation of like size. Like these ones right here get small, but you need to see grass that like shrinks as it goes to the side or goes into the pathway. Like this feels like this is a path. And then the atmosphere is really thin, so there's not much to separate the environment. So you're getting a little bit of it here in this spot. Hang on here. Let's do this. Because it's kind of already happening. I just want to emphasize it. It's like just got to find good areas to terminate it. Probably need to add it a little bit more. No, I don't want to colorize it. Anyways, you can see how much easier it is to see your way through the scene when you have atmosphere to help separate out stuff. Sansa Stark. Hey, thanks for the follow. That was 27 minutes ago, but thank you. And Smithy Girl, thanks for the follow. You could probably like let's see if this Yes. Yes. Let's do some midtones here. So basically we're just trying to frame the shot a little bit more. Like this stuff up front, you could totally just this stuff here. It's nice and close. Doing stuff like that helps a ton. And then you're drawing the eye down here through darkening it a little bit more. So like that under shadow. Like, is this working? There we go. Shadows. So see, all the contrast is over here, and then as it gets lower to the ground, you get, oh yeah, this shot's cool. So the focus becomes here. Anyways, the scene's cool. It just needs some compositional assistance, and the bark on the trees is really dark. Maxinator 08. Thanks for the follow. Hopefully that was helpful. And then yeah, with the grass, I guess I can fake a little bit of that too. What is all that noise? What's happening? Oh man, dude man with the sub. Thanks, dude. Man. Means a lot. For anyone that's subbed in chat, you can totally spam those emojis. And by those emojis, I mean the one. We need to get some subbage, or not subbage, some partnerships going on. That way we can get some more sub. Anyways, cool. This is, yeah, it's awesome. It just needs some tuning. Just needs some tuning. Oh man, same brand, different weapon. Welcome to the Titan class. So this is, material-wise, this is pretty cool. I really like this stuff here. This one feels like it might be a little too dirty, or it's wearing wrong or differently than I would expect it to. This, like, plasticky stuff seems to be reading really well. And then back here, I think you could actually add some geo and model these out to change the silhouette. Just pay for the geo. You have way cooler pics of the pistol now? Oh, dude. That looks great. Like, so this here and this, those look done. Those materials are singing, man. You hate the color of the grip? It's not the very happiest color. Oh yeah, these, I couldn't wait to get to these. So these are really cool and very dark. Like, this scene looks cool, but dark. Abo, how you doing? So it's good there's a focus here, right? So if, like, I do this, I mean, look how nice the colors are in here, and you're not seeing any of it. So there's a little hole over here or something. We'll just hide that like that. Yeah, this feels really cool. It needs that extra range. And see, because now that I've leveled it out like that, there's not much we can do outside of maybe you duplicate this one, and we'll turn the saturation up on this one. We'll mask it. Oops. Gradient map, maybe? What do you mean gradient map? So see, I brought some of the color down there, and then where the sun is hitting, bring some of the color back there. Maybe back there we bring in some color, and then right here, because this is the focus right here, right? So if you look at the mask, this is what we're looking at. And then I think you could do this. This is cheating, of course, because, well, nothing's really cheating. Making video games is cheating. But for post reasons, I can show you. So you can do like, this is pretty old school stuff. So you can do a screen and then add like a mask, invert the mask so it goes away, and then you can go in and paint back where you want your bloom. You can also use that as like a form of fog too, right? Poppin'. Oh yeah, I grew up. Yeah, that's a good one. But like, see how much, there's so much information there that's just, we're just missing out on. Like, this is what it was before. Oh, wait. This is a really cool piece. It just needs that tuning, and then it's going to be in a really good spot. Really, really cool piece. I mean, that one didn't even need, you don't even need to bloom that one. Like, that's just like, oh, it's fucking cool. Yeah, this is awesome. All right. So this one is really cool. Makes me want to play some type of like city building game where you're managing stuff. Oh, my back. Ah. It's a big hole, but it's full of water. Wow. All right, so I'm not sure. Maybe I should read the messages. Where are we at here? So this is Reddington. He's like, work in progress. I'm currently busy with the foliage. Just started testing some stuff out. So right now the shadows on the foliage isn't contacting very well, but I mean, I think that'll be solved. Settlers. You said it, yet you didn't say it. How does he do it? How does he do it? I will trade you a sheep. Yeah, I mean, these buildings are pretty cool. I think the value ranges of the stones on the side could be brought in a little bit, so it's easier to read. It's not just like a big wall of color. And like where this piece of wood is here is like, you're missing an opportunity where you could just model the edge of those out and then put this under it. I think that would look cool. But yeah, the range on the bricks is just, it's a little too all over the place, so it's really hard to read. I really like this house. I really like the fence. Maybe another piece to break it up, some variety would be good. Those buildings could be modular. Love this chimney, how it's like bleh, off the side there. I think to some extent these are modular. But like this is probably a tileable. This is a tileable. Like this looks like maybe like color shifting. The windows are weird too, like with these like wrapping paper lines. That's right, wrapping paper. How straight these are is a little weird to me. I think some more structure and like a centerpiece will help this. I don't know if you're trying to come up with a composition though, or if you're just testing stuff. Because you said you're just testing foliage right now, so it might be a little too early to comment on things other than the stone patchworkiness is a little too extreme. I think if you use another UV set and grabbed all of these and packed everything into that UV set and put AO in there, look pretty good. In another channel, you could also put like where you want like roughness shifting or grime. Your rooftops are doing weird things. I know you're going for a stylized look though. Like this is very strange to me. And it's weird that it's mirroring down the center there. This is cool though. You should talk to Chris Radsby about Chris R in the Discord about how he's doing his he's doing some wind particles as well for his challenge. The resolution on the ground is really throwing me off, and like how it's blending. If you could get like even just a stylized blend height map to help like blend between the grass and the dirt or stone. I'm not even sure if that's stone or not. That would help a lot. Like this also doesn't feel like it's being affected by the lighting for some reason. Like none of this side feels like it's in shadow. And if it did, then I would tell you that it's too dark. Your shadows just maybe are just too dark. That's cool. The windows and lanterns are modular. Nice. Oh snap. So little details on here look pretty cool. The material itself feels very it's fake feeling. Like it doesn't feel like wood. I think there's another image of it. Yeah, seeing like I think you have a specular color maybe that's coming through. That's colored as well. That doesn't usually happen with like a wood surface. It can. It's pretty odd though. I like the placement of the details here. I think adding some where there's the normal grain, because of it being a fine furniture, high quality, the grain would probably not be in the normal and would maybe be a little bit in the roughness, but it would probably be like a nice smooth surface. It's like a cherry wood, right? Kind of like a cherry wood. Let's see if I can find. I feel like it might be a little too saturated as well. Maybe a little too red. I can't find a good example. Oh, this one's not bad. So there's a lot of range that's happening there, and it's probably a little bit more orange than you're interested in. Let's see if this one works. But you see how like the roughness here is more about picking up the grain. It's not so much in the normal itself. It's more in the roughness. The handles are really tiny too, and there's usually like a little bulb here, or some type of detail, ornate detail. Everything's very close together. The details on the side here also are like, so let's see here. Right now, it's like this. I think if you were to exaggerate more, the payoff would be pretty nice. You could have another edge in here, and then this is another edge in itself. And then you bring these, you'd probably have to bring this in a little bit because the gap here is too narrow, and then add a little, I don't know what they're called, but it's like a little thing like this. And you can have little details on that. I think that would go a longer way than these really narrow details, because they're getting lost in your normal map. Like the resolution is just not helping it. Anywho, yes, off to a good start. Those back legs are really weird too. I think I would just duplicate these ones and bring it forward. I feel like this needs to be more like the hell? Oh, I'm like, what is this? That seems more like along the lines of how that would be put together. Just because the top detail is really heavily weighted. This doesn't feel very structurally safe. I mean, if you were going to do that, then I think you'd probably have to do something like, oh, I can't even fake it. Fake it till you make it. Whoops. Ha! Shit. But yeah, I think you see what I'm saying. Like, in order for that to have that height, it needs to be supported by stuff. And yeah, some little metal work on the handles will go a long way. Anyways, alright, I'm going to be right back. Again, I think we'll have time. We'll just look at the shader that I built, and then I'll probably get out of here. It'll be like a quick let's look. All right, be right back.